lovelies, welcome back. I'm Emma. This is Just Unique Pilates, the channel that provides you with short and effective Pilates workouts every single week. So make sure to click the subscribe and the bell button down below so that you don't miss out on any of my future videos. And if you haven't yet checked out my video where I talk about being legally blind, I'm going to leave that at the top of the screen now and in the description down below. But today we have part 2 of my full body Pilates short series. So part 1 we did standing, so if you haven't checked that out, check that out too. And part 2 we're going to be doing some seated and laying on our back exercises. So when you're ready, come and join me on the mat and let's get moving. So that you can straighten your legs along the mat. Oh, I'm feeling really tight this morning. And if you need to bend your knees or sit on a cushion at all, then do, especially in the morning. I feel so tight in the morning. But yeah, if you're feeling the same, then you can sit on a cushion. And we're going to start with a lovely exercise called spine stretch to really, of course, stretch the spine, mobilise the spine, and also get into the back of the legs as well. So just sit as tall as you can, shoulders dropping down the back, and just reach your arms in front of you to about shoulder height, thumbs facing up towards the ceiling. Just take a deep breath in. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest and start to round your spine forwards and just reach your arms towards the feet. We're not collapsing forwards, your legs are staying parallel to, your arms staying parallel to the legs. And then we're going to re-stack up through the spine. And again, we tuck the chin down, we reach, peel forward, stretch. And we roll back up. So I have slightly rounded shoulders. Let's keep going. Just as I've become more and more visually impaired, I'm always like hunching forwards to look at things up close, ducking forwards to almost protect myself when I'm walking. But Pilates has massively helped. They would be so much worse if it wasn't for Pilates. Let's go 2 more times. And come back up. So you may find you can even sit a little taller than I can. Let's go 1 more time. Just reach forward. And then just sit nice and tall and just start to roll back. Just a little bit scooping. If you need to bend your knees, have your feet flat, then you can. And let's come back up. Just gonna shuffle. So you can stay with that, or you can go into full roll downs where you roll down bit by bit, lower back to middle. So upper, take the arms over the head, make sure the rib cage doesn't open, your back doesn't lift. Take the arms back above the head, tuck the chin to the chest, start to roll up and sit nice and tall and go again, rolling down. Really take your time. And the key is on the way up to really be able to control the movement. So we don't want to be dragging ourselves up, we want this lovely control. Let's go 2 more times so my socks keep getting stuck on the mat. So I have to keep shuffling. Good, really taking your time. And let's go 1 more. Really drawing in, belly button towards the spine. I'm aware that I'm completely coming off of the mat here. And sitting nice and tall. And then just slowly roll yourself down to the mat. And shuffle down. Knees bent, feet flat. Hip bones nice and level. You don't want your feet too far away, but not too close either. So nice, comfortable distance. And you've just got your lovely neutral spine. No big arching through the back. Arms reaching nice and long by your side. Fingertips walking towards the feet. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, you're going to pick up one leg, keep that same right angle, and bring it up to tabletop, where your shin is parallel to the ceiling, knee on top of the hip, and bring it back down. Keep that same shape. Like your leg is in a cast, and you can't change the shape. Let's come up on the other side. Hold, and lower back down with control. So you can stay with this option when we come back to lifting both legs. But for now, just take the hands behind the head, elbows nice and wide. Deep breath in, exhale, bring the chin to the chest, start to crunch up and lower down. So these are just little prep crunches before we get into a little bit more ab work. And again, crunching up, pull that belly button in towards the spine. And lower down, reaching your arms nice and long. So this time lift one leg. If this feels about right, just stay with one. Otherwise, lift the second leg. Really draw your back down towards the mat. And we're going to crunch back up. Take the hands back behind the head if you need to. Otherwise, just have your arms reaching nice and long, just above the mat. And just see if you can reach one leg nice and long. Come back to tabletop. Reach the other leg nice and long. Come back to tabletop. And you can drop the leg a little lower each time if you feel you need to. Otherwise, take it a little higher. Start to pick up the pace. Bring one leg in as the other one goes away. Hips staying nice and steady as well as you do this. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And let's go for the last 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. And just hug in for a second. Let your head drop down, have a little rock from side to side, back and forth. Good, bring your legs back to tabletop. This time take the arms out to the side into a T or a V shape. Squeezing the legs together. And if you need to do this with the feet down onto the mat, that's fine as well. And we're going to squeeze, keeping the legs together as we drop both legs over to one side. Keep everything from your waist up, glued on the mat. Come back to center, over to the other side. And come back up. And it doesn't have to be a big movement. And again, you may have your feet down, you may be up on your tiptoes here. And come back up. And switch over to the other side. And come up. Let's go last one to each side. And lift. Oh, and bring my curtains with me. Hopefully you got a little bit more space than I do. And coming back up. Bring your arms by your sides, separate through the legs. Place one foot down at a time, ready for shoulder bridge. Take your time. Step the feet in a little bit closer once they're flat on the mat. Knees underneath the hips. Taking a deep breath in as you start to flatten your back down towards the mat. Exhale, start to lift your hips just a tiny bit and hold. And then roll that down through the spine bit by bit. Really taking your time. So your knees, your feet are staying nice and parallel. So flatten the back, tilt the hips towards you, start to come up a little higher. Really tucking through that pelvis. Pressing the arms down into the mat. And then roll down bit by bit. Through the spine, coming back to neutral. Let's go again. Can you come up a little higher on the next one? Don't worry if not. Can you even create a full bridge? So a straight line from your shoulders. You're never on your neck. From your shoulders to your knees. And then take your time as you roll down, upper back. To middle. To lower. Coming back to neutral. Let's go one more time. Flatten the back. Start to lift. Tuck your tailbone under. Nice and strong into that bridge. We're going to hold and melt all the way down, upper back, to middle, to lower, coming back to neutral. Hug your knees into the chest, have a little rock from side to side. When you're ready, if you did part 1, you probably guessed it, we're going to reverse the whole sequence back the other way. So when you're ready, feet come back down, we're going back for shoulder bridge. So, arms reaching nice and long again, nice neutral spine. Take a deep breath in, start to flatten the back, tilt the hips. We're coming all the way up if you can, into that bridge. Hold, and roll that down. So we don't have to prep as much now because we've already done building up. So you can come straight into that full bridge if you can. Let's flatten the back. Coming up nice, strong. We're gonna hold and ripple back down, upper back to middle to lower, coming back to neutral. We got 2 more, flatten the back. So nice for your spine, this one, and your core, your glutes, your legs, your knees. The list goes on with this one. And back to neutral. Let's go one more time, flatten the back. So the hips start to lift up nice and strong into that bridge, tuck that tailbone under. Rolling down bit by bit. Back to neutral, hug your knees into the chest. And then take the arms out to the side, bring your legs to tabletop, shins parallel to the ceiling, knees on top of the hips, or your feet can be down. And let's start to rock over to the side, keeping your upper body flat on the mat. Coming back up, squeeze those legs together, try not to let the knees overlap each other, and come up. Again, I'm keeping the movement a little smaller so I stay in frame, and so my legs don't go out the window. But hopefully you got a little bit more space. You may be doing this up on your tiptoes, and that's fine too. Remember, stay with what feels best for you. If you need to stop at all, that's absolutely fine. Let's go last one to each side. And over to the other side. Coming back up. Crunching up if you can, arms by your side, separate the legs, lift up, start to reach through the legs. One leg reaches in, the other one's in tabletop or coming in a little closer. Remember, the lengthened leg can drop a little bit lower if you want a little bit more challenge. Reach, and let's go for 4 and 4, 3 and 3, 2 and 2. Last one each side, and 1. Bring the legs back to tabletop, lower the head with control. Place one foot down at a time, really making sure your spine has an arch. Stretching out nice and long. Taking a deep breath in. Remember, make this movement smaller if you need to. And let's go into our roll up. Really engaging. I'm coming right off the mat, through the core, sit tall, and roll back down. Bit by bit. Arms go above the head. We got 3 more. I'm off on my mat again. Really good. 2 more to go. Can you go even slower as you're rolling down and lifting up? Good, and let's go for the last one. Once you sit up nice and tall, we got spine stretch to finish. Lifting up nice and tall. Bend your knees if you need to. Straighten the arms so they're parallel to the legs. Thumbs facing up. Tuck the chin to the chest. Reach forwards. And restack. Back up. And again, tucking down. Reaching forwards. Feel that little stretch. And restacking back up. Really lift. And reach. And restart back up. And let's go for the last one. Just let your arms relax. Just let yourself fold over the legs. Bend your knees if you need to. Just breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth. And sit nice and tall. And you're done with part 2. So make sure you subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on part 3 and 4, which is coming very soon. So they're coming out weekly. And yes, I really hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, once they're all there, you can link them all together and do a full body workout. But other than that, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.